podcast. And tonight I am live doing a watch along for EFC 133. And oh my gosh, what a card so far. Amazing card. But look, I'm just going to start with the fight that just finished. Emerson Pedro, the coolest king. Woo! Call him Emerson Pedro Edson Barboza. I messed that one up. Emerson Barboza, let's call him that. He hit a spinning back kick, wheel kick on Sibusiso Makengele and knocked him clean out. If you want to see that knockout, tune in to our channel on YouTube. You will see that head kick live in the next 10 minutes. But my goodness, wow, that man is definitely going to get an extra bonus from kick him in the head, because thank you, Emerson Pedro, for that head kick. That is what we are talking about when we say, kick him in the head! That was amazing. But yes, welcome everyone. So far, we've had a great card at EFC 133. In the prelims, let me run you through what's happened. Vilakazi beat Low. I had Low to beat Vilakazi because Vilakazi missed weight. If you watched the show yesterday, but Vilakazi came through. Well done. Congrats to him. Then we had Ziko Makengele. He came through with the win. Once again, I thought he was going to lose. I went for Ndlovu, but well done, Ziko Makengele. You are now 2-0. Well done to him. Then David Mambo versus Ash Zola. As I thought, Mambo got cooked. Didn't show up. Ash Zola, welcome to the winning column. You are now a winner. Let's see how your career goes from here. Then the next fight I was looking forward to, his debut, Grand Pharaoh against Tumileng Mabilo. Mabilo got cooked. Grand Pharaoh, welcome to the Hex. Welcome to your professional career. Looking forward to seeing where you go with it. Then the next fight, we had bad news. Musa Setwape, who got cooked by Moses Mukari. So far on the prelims, missed the first two, and now I'm 3 in a row. And then it came to the fight between Ayanda the Power Zwane versus Sizwe Mnikati. As I said, Ayanda ran from those takedowns, cooked Mnikati. Congratulations, Ayanda Zwane. Another win for you. Let's see you back on the main card next time. And to the fight that just finished. First fight on the main card between Emerson Pedro, the coolest kid, and Sibusiso Triple S Makengele. Unfortunately, I called it on the show yesterday. I said, listen, Spoo, if you're going to win this fight, you got to watch those head kicks, because you got taken out by Faiz Jacobs. Left high kick, cooked him. Now, heel kick, cooked him. Same side, cooked him. So there's something wrong with the defense on the left side. He can't take high kicks, but I think the medical staff was looking after him for maybe 5-6 minutes after that KO. But Godspeed, I hope you're okay, Sibusiso. Fortunately, it was just on the face, just hit him there, knocked him out, but I don't think he's seriously injured. But what a win from Emerson Pedro. What a win by the coolest kid. And he is now 3 in a row after a tough start to his career. He had a few tough decisions in his career. He had a head kick to a grounded opponent. He lost that fight, and it was a bit tough. But now he has shown that he is a true professional, a true MMA fighter. And hell yeah, let's go, Emerson Pedro. Ooh, you're going to get some money, because I got to reward that boy for that head kick, because he's made me so happy. And now we are going to the fight between Roevan the Beer and the General, Godknows, Ndlovu. This is going to be an interesting fight. If I take what I know of these two fighters, and if you watched the prediction show yesterday, you'd know. But Roevan the Beer, former striker, now he's a real ground game specialist going up against Godknows and Ndlovu, who's another striker who's shown he can kind of hold his own in the Hex. He managed to not get submitted early by Nathaniel Kumana, who's a BJJ specialist. So he knows what he's doing on the ground. His record's 5-6, but I just don't think he's gonna be able to take Roevan the Beer, honestly. Roevan's got so many different submissions in his bag. He's quick. He knows he's a bit older. He's 38. So he's not trying to go in there and unnecessarily get injured. Great striker still. He can still knock you out. But I think this ends in like a heel hook or an ankle lock or a key lock or a ninja choke or some kind of submission that we're not expecting. But let's go. Petey Coxon Thunder! Bare knuckle champion. Ref. Let's go. EFC 133. Woo! And there's the Kraken. Shout out to Achi the Kraken. If you don't follow Achi the Kraken, follow him on YouTube. doing fantastic content with African fighters. If you want to know what's happening in the African MMA space, watch our channel, but definitely follow, like, subscribe wherever you are, whichever platform you're on. Aki the Kraken. Oh, yeah. Such a pity I can't be there tonight. Wish I could be there because you know I love me my EFC. Godknows and Ndlovu. My favorite story of Godknows is my first EFC event, second EFC event I attended. There were lists and you had to say who you were. And the person who got me a ticket was Godknows' ticket. But I didn't know him at that time and I got his name wrong. I called myself Godson and they're like, who's that? But there he is fighting in the Hex. Let's get this. Ooh, shin to shin. Shout out Nick. Ooh, Roevan getting caught. A little bit of a wild start. So, to anyone watching, this is what I'm going to do tonight. For every head kick that gets thrown, and I would have been drunk if I was doing this when Emerson Pedro was fighting that head kick KO. But for every head kick KO, I'm going to take a shot. Let me get my drink. Ooh, Roevan's getting cooked. Oh, Roevan's getting cooked. Oh, there you go. Okay, now it's on the ground. Now it's on the ground. So no head kick, so I'm safe from taking a shot right now. Mind you, Emerson Pedro threw 2 head kicks in that fight. First one landed flush, bit of a block. Second one, there it is, triangle. I told you, it's gonna be some submission. There, he got him in triangle into an arm lock. No, sorry, into an arm bar, but the general is out. Wait, I can't show this. So if you are watching, that is the head kick KO. If you can't see that, it's about to be up on our channel. That is Sibusiso Sovendle getting head kicked. Out cold. Nasty business from the coolest kid, Emerson Pedro. Watch it one more time. Bang. Bang. Woo! Roevan going for another armbar or a triangle, but Godknows keeps slipping out. He can't take Godknows on the feet. Godknows was literally beating his ass on the feet. You know, EFC honestly is definitely one of my favorite promotions. It's always so exciting. Always so exciting. Never know what you're gonna find. Dadly MMA, shout out, bro. How you doing? Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh, you cashed in on Pedro. Shout out, Dadly. Well done. I mean, honestly, the commentators even said it. Busiso, you can see he was training with Luke Michael. And unfortunately, that didn't work out. He needed to be striking more. And Busiso's a striker, mind you. That's his bread and butter. So to see him going full wrestling was very interesting. But in the first round, he had Pedro stood up for maybe close to 3 minutes with both underhooks without taking him down. If you're going to have someone in that position, you got to take them down. You got to work them. But, you know, he took his time and didn't really work out. And then the second round, after he definitely won the first round, Emerson Pedro came out with that nasty kick. But shout out Dadly! Where are you watching from? Cape Town, I assume, brother. Let me get this video out. This head kick is so nasty. This is some nasty work from Emerson Pedro. Oh, and there he's going for another triangle. Roevan de Beer has some strong knees, man. If I did that, my knee'd be gone. I don't even know what's going on right now, but like he's got... What kind of submission is that? Okay. Godknows is back in full guard. Interesting. Dadly MMA says, Spoo is extremely finishable. Seemed like a no-brainer. World Sport betting odd setters really made a mistake with that one. Look, I agree, but Busiso was a former contender. He fought for the title against Faiz Jacobs. Emerson Pedro, if you look at it, yes, he was 2 fights on the trot with a win, but if you look at his losses before that, you would think that a Spusiso Sobendle would be able to counter that somehow. So maybe, but hey, thank you, World Sports Betting, right? It's always good when they got the odds. So I've got now 5 fights in a row. The first 2 I missed. Although I had taken Zeka, but I was upset that he had missed weight initially. And so I went with Nkoya, but Zeka did it. So only the first fight did I definitely not see coming. I thought Tyrell Lowe was going to take it, but mostly because Sianda Vikazi missed weight. That's the end of the first round. Interesting. Tough one to call. Definitely in the exchanges on the feet, Godknows won that round. On the ground, Roevan won, but damage counts, submission attempts. Roevan threw up maybe 3-4 submission attempts, but I'm not sure how the judges score submission attempts. But I think they've given that round to Godknows because he was cooking Roevan on the feet, absolutely cooking him. Almost had him in the triangle, but it's just slipped out. Oh, this head kick is so sumptuous. Let's see. Shout out everyone who is watching. Oof, we are live. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and you will see the head kick from Emerson Pedro that won the first fight in this EFC 133 main card. Now in the second round of Godknows and Ndlovu versus Roevan the Beer, and Godknows is absolutely cooking Roevan on the feet. Roevan has absolutely no answer. Every time Godknows smacks him, he moves back like he's Shamil Gaziev. And if you don't know who that is, you better go watch the last UFC where Gaziev got cooked. Unfortunately, this time around, I gotta say, Spusiso gets the KFC Fighter of the Night because he got cooked. We're gonna have a KFC Fighter of the Night award going forward. Thank you, Daddy. By the way, we know that you're the one who came up with that KFC, and I like it. So far, Spusiso's got my award for tonight. Dadley in the chat says Ndlovu was 5-5, was a 5-5 underdog when this fight started. Let's see how the odds coming into round 2. It says he's probably sitting at 1.9. He had a good first round. He's definitely stronger than Roevan on the feet. I can see why the odds would do that, why the odds would drop in that way. But because it keeps going to the ground, there's the risk of him getting submitted. Like I said, we saw him fighting against Nathaniel Kumana. We saw how that fight went. He can defend himself on the ground, but I've never seen him coming close to submitting. His ground and pound is decent, but if you're on the ground, you got to be getting close to submission. He doesn't really do that. So I don't know. He just needs to do more on the ground other than grounding and pounding to actually secure a win, especially against a fighter like Roevan de Beer, who's just consistently throwing up all kinds of submissions. And right now, Roevan is trying hard for a triangle. Why is this not working? On this card so far, I'm definitely looking forward to the title fight between Badat and Makengele. But the other fight that's exciting here is the one between Santos and Ngamntwini. Good to see Lihle back after getting that nasty KO from Tumelo Manyamala in the Flyweight Grand Prix. So it's going to be good to see what he can do now, whether he can come back strong against someone who is bidding to become a contender in Brandon Santos. Looking forward to seeing if he can overcome that, especially since he was this close from a title shot. Emerson Pedro. Honestly, I really wish I was there in the hex for that Emerson Pedro KO, and I can't stop talking about it because I've been going absolutely bonkers. Oh, I would have been going mad. My voice would be gone by now. Like, yeah. Shout out Dadley helping us out with the odds. So those odds coming into round two are abysmal. You just put a live bet on him at 3.8. But that's not bad. Coming into the fight, starting at 5.5, now sitting at 3.8, and he's still got a good chance, but Roevan keeps throwing up a triangle to try and finish this fight. I think he needs to diversify his submission attempts at this point because clearly Godknows is not falling for the triangle. He needs to try something else. God knows he needs to try something else. But thank you for the odds, Daddy. Please keep them coming. Let's show the people how they can make some money off these fights. So we're sitting on 2 rounds to Godknows so far. So if you've picked Roevan de Beer, if you put your money on Roevan de Beer, good luck because it doesn't look like he's going to win this fight. He's not doing enough in terms of submissions because I want to see him go for an ankle lock or something because Godknows is very well aware of the triangle and the armbar, and even rear naked chokes. I've seen Godknows defend that for almost 10 minutes. So he needs to go for something different. I think an ankle lock, similar to how he won his last fight by submission, Roevan. Ankle lock. I think he needs to go for that again. I think it'll definitely work against the Godknows, but he can't just keep lying on his back trying to throw up a triangle. It's just not working. I wonder what they're telling him in his corner right now because that's what they need to tell him because he's getting cooked on the feet. He couldn't even get the takedown. Godknows just pushed him down. Emerson Pedro, the best head kick KO of 2026. Let's go. Emerson Pedro, the coolest kid. Oh, chuta na cabeça, my Mozambican brother. A luta continua. A luta continua. Hashtag EFC 133. Let's go. You can find the post live on our Twitter right now and on our TikTok, and it's about to be live on our YouTube channel. I really appreciate you. And like I said, that KFC award, thank you. We collectively need to get KFC to sponsor KFC fighter of the week, which would be your Moomish of the week, or the guy who just, like the guy who just KO'd, like who loses bad. That's what that award is for. Get sent to KFC. Wild man you are, Dadley. Wild man. Oof, Roevan. Oh, Roevan. No. To anyone who has just joined us, if you're watching live, you're watching on playback, first fight of the night, Siana Vilkazi, great start to the night. He won that fight by, Roevan finally gets a takedown. Sorry, just back to the fights quickly. Roevan gets the takedown. Decent ground and pound from Roevan. And now he's got the back of Godknows. He's got the butterflies. No, he doesn't. He's only got one leg in. So Siana Vilkazi won, but you see there, Roevan's going for a rear naked choke, but I don't think he's got it. His one leg is on the outside, the one leg is on the inside, and like I said, Godknows he's really skilled at defending a rear naked choke. He was in the same. He's got the body triangle. Roevan de Beer has a body triangle on Godknows and Ndlovu. But I don't think he's gonna. It's got 3 minutes to work in the third round, but I don't think Roevan's gonna get it. Godknows is just too good at defending this, and it's gonna go either 30-27 or 29. 28. We'll see. I'm sure one judge is going to score 30-27. Yeah, I don't see Roevan getting this submission. But back to the card, prelims. this this rear naked choke keeps on getting me. Prelims in the first fight, Siana Vilkazi won by rear naked choke in the second round. Shout out to him, congratulations. Zeko Martinu and Ash Zola both won their fights by decision. Full 5 minutes. Full 15 minutes, both fights. Then Grand Pharaoh versus Tumeling Mabilo. Grand Pharaoh cooked Mabilo in the first round. Another rear naked choke. That's 2 on the prelims. Then Moses Mukari beat Musa Setwape by decision. And that's the thing with Musa Setwape. And this is what I said last night in the prediction show. He doesn't have that go. He doesn't have that, I gotta get this. I gotta fight. He's always measured, always, and then, it's not boring, but it's not exciting. It's not a win. He's not winning the fight. He's just fighting. And that's why he consistently loses by decision, because he's there, he's present in the fight, but he just doesn't have that go, that aggression, that And I think if he gets that, if he puts that in, he could win his next fight. But if he continues to fight the way he does, which is, it's too measured. It's too measured. If he continues to fight like that, he's not going to win his fights. And this is exactly what I said last night. And exactly how this fight went. Lost again by decision. But shout out to him. He did lose his brother this week. So condolences to him and his family. I hope that they pull through this. I hope that they pull through this, because it's not easy to lose a family member, especially so close to a fight like this main card. So condolences to him and his family. Shout out to him and his family. But yeah, I hope to see him back in the hex, and I hope that he can get a win in his next fight and just come with some aggression, some anger, because I think that's what's missing in his fight game. But shout out to Moses Mukari. What am I talking about? Son of Egypt. Well done. Well done. Congratulations to you. Then the next fight, we had Ayanda Zwane, the running man, of course. Decision, he won by split against Sizwe Mnikati. Like I said, if Sizwe doesn't catch him, which Sizwe didn't, Ayanda definitely wins his fight, and he won the fight, but by split again, because unfortunately, that's how Ayanda fights. It's in, it's out. He dances in, it's out, gets caught a little bit. So it's difficult for the judges, because Mnikati will, hold you, take a few shots, he'll catch you here and there. And with that, oh, Roevan's under the chin. God knows the eyes are blurred. He's like, oh my God. Woo! At the buzzer. His eyes were popping from the rear naked choke right as the fight ended. Roevan was this close from getting the submission, but congratulations, God knows, you've got the win. I don't see how Roevan won this fight, unless it's a robbery. I'm trying to remember the lyrics to the AKA song. Daddy, help me out. What are the lyrics to that AKA song? And then obviously, the previous fight, we had Emerson Pedro, spinning wheel kick, second round against Sibusiso Sobendle. Now it goes to the judges. So no shots for me, because there were no head kicks in that fight. Lucky me. Unlucky me. I don't know. Let's get this video up to YouTube. Disgusting work from Emerson Pedro. Love it. That's what we call a head kick. I'm on the wrong channel. So it goes to the judges between Roevan the Beer and Godknows the General Ndlovu. And I don't see how Roevan won that fight, unless we're talking robbery. So let's see what the judges have to say. Okay, let's hear what the judges have to say. Yeah, just as I thought. Just as I thought. One of the judges might see it 30-27, but probably 29, 28. Yeah, unanimous decision. One judge had it 30-27. Two judges had it 29-28 to God knows Ndlovu. Shout out to God knows. The general. Very level-headed response from him. God knows. He says, "Listen, I'm not excited. I'm happy, but I'm not excited because I need to win at least two more fights in a row before I can call myself excited. Because right now his record's not the best. He's got a lot of work to do in terms of just getting back to becoming a winning fighter. So I'm happy that he's got his head screwed on right. And I mean to do this to Roevan de Beer, not get submitted. Well done to him. Like I said, his ground game is good, but he needs to be the one submitting. I've never seen him even throw up a submission attempt. He just grounds and pounds and then tries to stand you up and then beat you up. If you can just add that element of submission, he's going to catch his next opponent off guard and he is going to be, if he can get his submission game going, he's going to be a hell of a fighter because you won't know how he's going to beat you because he can ground and pound you, he can knock you out, or he can submit you. So, hey, and there he is with the King of Kings and Kosi in the belly and Lecture Gumbi in his corner. So yeah, I just wish God knows can just add submission to his arsenal, not just submission defense, because the submission defense is phenomenal. That much I'll give him. Ooh, and now they're speaking to the mountain, Terrence, the native born. Let me hear what they have to say, what he has to say, because he's up next for the heavyweight title. We're about to go into the next fight on the card. That's the fight between Lihle Ngamntwini and Brandon Santos. Ooh, finally! Another women's fight. Amanda Lino, the Mad Dog, is coming up for a title fight. It's been a while since we saw her win the title last year against a lady from Brazil, but she's going up against Juliet Uka. That's gonna be a fun fight. That's gonna be an intense fight. Oh yeah, she beat Mariana Santos, is who she beat from Brazil to win the EFC title. She's a former double women's champion who came back, and now she's going up against Juliet Uka, who's looking to come up. Ooh, that's gonna be a heck of a fight. That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a women's fight worth watching. Because I think Juliet's coming down from bantam to fly. Lino's the current flyweight women's champion. Let's update this win by the general. Godknows Ndlovu. Unexpected win. By all accounts. Unexpected win. As we wait for the next fight between Brandon Santos and Lihle Ngamntwini. I need to figure out a fun way to give Emerson Pedro a reward for that head kick, because this man has made me a happy man. I think I know how to do it too. Emerson, I'm coming to see you, bro, and I'm bringing you. Oh man, that thing was beautiful. Let's see what EFC has put out. They must have put something out on X and Instagram. I wish I was in that arena. I wish I was in that arena for that finish. Oh, can't stop talking about it. I cannot stop talking about it. Wow. Okay, waiting for the next fight to start. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe to our channel. We are also on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on TikTok. You will find us posting all kinds of head kicks all the time. Please follow, like, subscribe wherever you find us. Let's check out what. Ooh, wait. You know what? Let me put this up for you guys. Have a look at what this head kick looked like. That didn't look like the one. Good. So if you're wondering what that head kick looked like from Emerson Pedro, here you go. Nasty business. Look at that. He absolutely cooked Spusiso right on the face. Smashed him. Left him stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board, as Jamal Hill says. It was some great work from him. Hit him right here. Right in the face. Nasty. Can't wait to see this man. Let's retweet that. Coolest kid, Emerson Pedro. So I guess since we're here, this is a quick one. Not hydrate, cool. Here's some images from the win by Ayanda Zwane. Decision win against Sizwe Mnikati. Congratulations to the power. Split decision win. Here's Musa Setwape versus Moses Mukari. Blow for blow. Another decision win. This one to Moses Mukari. Then we had Grand Pharaoh getting the win against Itumeleng Mapilo with a rear naked choke. And you can see him choking him out there. Like, ugh. It's a hard choke there. Well done, Grand Pharaoh. Then we have the fight between David Mambo and Ash Dola. Another decision. Ash Dola with the win. He's now got a win, professional win in the EFC. Lucanio is walking out Lihle Ngamntwini along with the Mart Pena. Love to see it. Then the second fight of the night, we had Zeka Martinu with his win against the debutant Oia. And the first fight, Sianda Vilakazi cooking Tyrell Lowe with a beautiful rear naked choke. Well done, Sianda Vilakazi. Now let's get into the fights. We've got Lihle Ngamntwini coming on. Rush Hour. Honestly, one of my favorite nicknames for any fighter is Rush Hour. Love it. Seriously, the best head kick of 2026 for me. We've seen a few head kicks this year, but this one for me, chef's kiss. I'm not even sure if that's the, but fuck it. Chef's kiss. Oh, there we go. That's the chef's kiss. But still no opportunity to take a shot. So if you just join me, and if you're watching on playback, every time there is a head kick, I will take a shot. But no head kicks, no shots for me just yet. Well done, Dadley. Shout out Dadley MMA. He put money on in the second round on Godknows at odds of 3.8. The fight started with Godknows at odds of 5.5. Odd makers gave him no chance. I gave him no chance. Dadley MMA, he saw the gap after the first round, and he got that money in his pocket. Well done, Dadley. Underdog City. That is true. Underdogs are showing that they can do what they need to do on this card. Okay, so Daddy, talk to me. Who you got in this fight between Brendan Santos and Lihle Ngamntwini? I've got Lihle because I like how he fights in the sense that he takes you down and he makes it difficult to fight him because you're on the ground. When you're up, he's wily. He's very wily. Santos is a taller fighter. I mean, everyone's taller than Lihle Ngamntwini. He's wiry, but I think he might just be missing a little bit of the experience to handle Ngamntwini in this fight. So I've got Lihle Ngamntwini winning this fight, but he could get knocked out again, similar as to how he got knocked out by Tumelo Manyamara. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got Lihle Ngamntwini in this fight. Oh, you got Santos as your dog of the night. Okay. Look, that's a dog worth having. No, honestly, Santos is really good. I just think Ngamntwini might have learned from that last fight against Manyamala. He's not gonna go in as gung ho as he did, which I mean, it's a fight. You got to do it because he got caught nasty. So I think it might just be a slightly more cautious and maybe turn it up in the second round. But Santos is fast. He's strong. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Emerson Pedro. I can't stop talking about it. Anderson Pedro's head kick has just got me so. Can't remember which meme that is, but that it's got me there. 25 v 24. That's Santos versus Ngamntwini. Santos 5'9", Ngamntwini 5'4". Reach 71.6 versus 64.2 inches. All in favor of Brandon Santos. Oh, Hotso Balau Ramobo tonight is wearing a nice leafy jacket. Fighting out of that corner. 5-2 is his record in Ngamntwini. Oh, now he's fighting out of Joburg. I thought he was actually fighting out of the Eastern Cape, but okay. Coolio. Shout out Lihle and Ngamntwini. So, in the chats, Daddy MMA says, Lihle far more experienced, fought better competition, but I think after that loss, he'll be tentative. But the caution, I believe, will be the biggest mistake against Santos. You need to break him. Look, that's a fair point. Give us the odds, Dadley. What are the odds on this fight for these two fighters? New referee. I ain't seen him before. Finally. Jeez. Although, I mean, Ref P.D. Coxon is a fairly new ref. He hasn't been refereeing for that long. It's only been, what, a year? Yeah, about a year and a half, maybe max. So, good to see nice, new, fresh refereeing blood in the hex. The fight's about to start. We're about to go into the first round. Dadley says need to step on the gas against Brandon. Look, I hear you, but you also don't want to get caught by Brandon. That's the thing. You step on the gas too much and you go into a firefight. A firefight against Brandon Santos is not the best idea. You want to break him, but a firefight with someone with the reach of Brandon that he has on Lihle, I don't think that's the best idea, because he can touch you from a distance if you're Lihle. So, you'd want to not be cautious, but you'd want to strike from the right distance and take the right opportunity. So I wouldn't go into a firefight with Brandon Santos if I was Lihle and Ngamntwini. That would just be too risky. And I think that's why Lihle doesn't go into firefights, because he knows he's usually on the shorter side, or he's never the tallest fighter. He's never got the most reach. So if he goes into the fire, he can get stopped by a simple jab coming in because he doesn't have the reach. So he has to have timing. He has to break Brandon with his timing because he does not have the reach. And maybe even some counter punching, because when Brandon comes in, then he can take him. Ooh, is that a head kick? Time for a shot. Ooh, fresh crack. Uncle Jamie in the house. Cousin Jamie? I don't know. Brother Jamie? I don't know. Sister Jamie? Yeah, Sister Jamie, that's for sure. So one thing that's kind of crazy about solo watch-alongs is this. I'm basically talking to myself at this point. As much as there's an audience across the camera, you might watch this later. It's kind of crazy sometimes, but hey, what are we gonna do? Thank you, Dadley, by the way, for being in the chats with me. I really appreciate it, homie. Like, I really appreciate it. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for making me not a crazy person. Oof. Okay. So Brandon also is not going in. He's also playing a bit of a smart game. He's fighting smart. He's not just rushing Lihle, like we saw Spusisu rushing Emerson Pedro, which was working very, very well. So if I was Brandon, would I be going in? Lihle's got that power and he's got the timing. Ooh! Nice left hook from Brandon Santos. I'm surprised Lihle hasn't pulled a combo to at least fake a takedown. Back kick from Santos. Shout out, cheers to that head kick. There we go. Takedown attempt from Ngamntwini, stuffed by Santos. Oh, damn. Oh! Shout out to the Kraken. If you are watching live, you are watching on playback, do follow Aki the Kraken on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Great content if you're looking to find out what's going on in South African MMA. Follow him on Instagram if you're looking for some very, very exciting MMA content. And also shout out Dadley MMA if you're looking for great picks, great odds on fights. Follow Dadley MMA on Instagram. Entertainment all the way, and he will let you know who the KFC fighter of the week is. Brandon Santos came in at 2.2, Rush Hour at 1.5. Santos the underdog. So far, even fight. I wonder if the odds are going to change going to the second round. Thank you for that, Dadley MMA. So far, even fight. It's tough to call. It's tough to call. Dadley says, by step on the gas, I didn't mean fight with reckless abandon. I just mean he needs to get into the pocket, trade, and then get out. The pocket, that's his way to beat Santos. Got you. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, nasty spinning back kick right to the midsection by Santos. Santos is using his range well, so you're quite right, Dadley. I think Lihle needs to get into the pocket, make it nasty, some dirty boxing in there, try and push him up against the cage, you know, those short punches, because you're right, he needs to actually be in the pocket to win this fight. He can't win this fight at distance, and right now he's fighting at distance. As a short guy with no reach, 4 inches short on reach. Yeah. He's trying to go for the takedown now. Ngamntwini is. He didn't get it, and then he got pushed in the face. Daddy MMA says he doesn't see Ngamntwini weathering the long arm storm of Santos 100%, and he's not weathering it, but it's the end of the first round. Very tough round to call. Probably Santos, probably, but very tough round to call. You never know what the judges saw. But if Lihle is just taking it slow, he's Rush Hour. It's slow, even though Rush is in the name. Maybe he's taking it slow, waiting for the second round before he gets in and does it. Let's see. Because, ooh, Santos with a shot to the ribs as Ngamntwini gets a left hook in. Spinning back kick. Was that the one I took a shot for? I hope so. But with how Santos is fighting right now, I think he's also just respecting Ngamntwini a bit too much. I think he needs to mix it up and get dirty as well. Daddy says Santos won the moments, Lihle won the minutes. Very tough round to call. Yeah, very tough round. Let's see how the second round goes. They're not going to the second round. I want to see Santos just mix it up, just like fight. He's now using woohoo! Woo! He's now throwing some nasty teep kicks. Woo! That was almost a head kick. Woo! Another teep. Oh, he's trying to knock him out with his feet now because he knows he's got the range there. Oh, beautiful work from Ngamntwini. Santos overthrew Ngamntwini right onto the hips. Yes, good. This is what I expected in the first round. So maybe he was just biding his time in the first round. Now he's got the legs locked up of Santos. Doesn't Ngamntwini. Let's see what he can do, because this is where Rush does his best work, because he's not very tall. He's short in stature. So his best work is on the ground. And those teeps, I think, were hurting him. Santos hit him with 3 teeps in a row. One almost connected as the head kick. And Ngamntwini was like, no. I ain't having none of that. What's happening here? Santos is going for an ankle lock. He's trying an ankle lock. But it's not working. Ngamntwini's wise to it. He's now smashing him a little bit. And Santos is back to his feet. Okay, the fight is back to its feet. The fighters are back to their feet. Ooh. Yeah, Ngamntwini needs to get into the pocket. Some dirty boxing, hold him up against the cage, short elbows, short punches, some knees. Then he can win this round. But right now, fighting Santos at range just doesn't make any sense. I don't know what kind of game plan that is. Come on, Rush. Heck, even come on, Brandon. Do something more, man. Ngamtini on the hips, going for a double leg. Didn't get it. They both ducked at the same time. Ngamtini needs another takedown. Needs to work it. 2 minutes left in the second round. But not much is happening, honestly. There's something wrong with the EFC flyweight division. I'm convinced now. I watched the flyweight Grand Prix. I'm watching this fight, and I've been seeing the flyweights fight. They all fight like they think they're middleweights, like they're waiting for one big punch. You guys are like what? 40 kgs, 50 kgs, 55 kgs. You're not gonna like. Come on, guys. Flyweights is supposed to be like when you watch a flyweight fight, this is how you're supposed to feel. Like, oh my gosh, the flyweights. But EFC flyweights, like, they're just like, you're not big guys, people. You're not big guys. You gotta push. You gotta move. It's gotta be quick. It's gotta be action. It's flyweight. That's what we like about the flyweight division. You're not middleweights. You're not heavyweights. Shout out Dadley. Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with the flyweight division. Like, maybe it's because they're all training in the same place with heavyweights, with middleweights, and so they're all learning the same techniques. I don't know, but EFC flyweight division is they're trying to. I see why Dana White wanted to cut it from UFC. If this is how people are fighting, this division would have been gone a long time ago in the UFC because it's boring. You're small guys. You gotta think it's ants or something. I mean, even the flyweight title fight in Cape Town when Tumelo Manyamala won, that was the worst fight on the card. It was boring. I literally was bored out of my skull. And I love Ntando Zondi. He used to be amazing until Sibusiso Savenda beat him. You know, once he got that loss, he just kind of just like pulled back and stopped being amazing, stopped being exciting. He was too cautious, too tentative, too technical. It really has come a long way. Wait, let me put this up. Daddy says flyweight in the UFC has come a long way. It really has come a long way. It wasn't a very good division, but the guys who are there now have really brought it together. They've really made it a good division. If we're talking Manel Cup, if we're talking Joshua Van, if we're talking Pantoja, if we're talking even Steve Urseg, if like the fact that I can mention these names and be somewhat excited mentioning them, it's come a long way. And it's exciting these days to watch the UFC's flyweight division. We've got Joshua Van fighting this coming Saturday against Tatsuro Taira. I'm excited for that fight. I'm really excited for that fight. But tell me to watch EFC's flyweight division. Yeah. Nah. And you can't blame the EFC. My question is, what are the gyms doing with these flyweights to make them slow like this? That's really the question. What's happening in South African gyms that they're not teaching the flyweights to fight with what their strengths are, which is your little guy, move. You're quick, move. You can submit, move. Anyways, Ngamntwini is losing this fight. Shout out to Brandon, and Dadley. Good pick, Dadley. Dadley in the chat says, there's only 2 high-level flyweights here, and that's Tumelo and Balelo. Tumelo and Balelo. If both of them went to decision in their last outings, I know both of them went to decision in their last outings, but at this high level of regional MMA, we want to see that. Look, fair enough. I hear you. But and I love Balelo. Balelo, I agree. He is still an exciting flyweight. Manyamala, he's a good fighter. And maybe it was the fact that the title fight was because I mean he knocked out Lihle clean. But maybe it was the title fight against Ntando because Ntando, quite frankly, Ntando was running. He was running in that fight. If he was about to get caught, he would circle around the cage. He was running. So what you're gonna do is Tumelo. You can't really show if that's what your opponent's doing. So I can't really judge him by that title fight. I mean, you're right. Tumelo is still an exciting flyweight. I agree. Ngamntwini's getting smashed. It's about to get knocked out. Ground and pound, nasty ground and pound from Santos. 4 minutes left in the third round. Dadley says it's a great look for them. Shows they can go championship rounds from the regional level. That's true. And they both already show that they can take the fight anywhere and win anyway. That's fair enough. Oh, damn. I look up and Ngamntwini's turned the tables and he's almost got Santos's back, but Santos has turned it. Now Ngamntwini has him against the cage, which is what he should have done from the first round, because that's where his strength is, and he's taking Santos down. I don't know why he was trying to stand and strike against a Brandon Santos who has 6 inches on him in reach. That didn't make any sense in the first round and a half. And I know Santos isn't easy to take down, but he needed to try more. And like you said, Dadley, work the pocket, take him down. That's not what he was doing. He was fighting at range. Weird. But now he's on top. A bit of ground and pound. Let's see if he can hold Santos down. Ngamntwini looks so small. How does he make, how is he the same weight as his opponent? It's crazy. Let's see. But for me, Santos definitely won this fight. It could be 30-27, one judge, and 29-28, two judges. So that's a loss on my side. I did not get that fight because I went for Lihle Ngamntwini, Rush Hour. And then we have 2 more fights. Baba Yaga versus the Bully. That's Shadrick Yemba versus Hanru Botha. And then the title fight between Ziko, Gorilla, Makengele, and Zaakir, the Deer Dragon champion, the welterweight division, the EFC Badat. Yes, that's a lot of stuff in there for his name right now. Okay, yeah, I think third round, possibly Ngamntwini, but he definitely lost the first 2 rounds. So 29-28 Santos. Cool. Well done, Brandon Santos. Welcome to the big leagues. Won your first fight on the main card. Congratulations. Good win. It's not over. There's still 2 minutes left in the round, but I'm giving it to him prematurely because I don't see Ngamntwini having won that fight at all. Santos throwing some nasty elbows to the top of the head of Ngamntwini. Ow. 45 seconds left in the round. Yeah, this fight's done. Congratulations, Brandon Santos. I'm even gonna put it up prematurely because duh. I don't see a robbery. Robbery. It's a robbery. I can't get the timing on that song. Which one it is? But no robbery here. And no head kicks either, so no shots for me. Cool, we're happy. So you got those 2.2 odds, Dadley. Well done. Congratulations. You got second round 3.8 odds in the Godknows fight, and you got 2.2 odds in this fight between Brandon Santos and Lihle Ngamntwini. Ngamntwini does not look happy. You can see he's frustrated by that performance, but he enjoyed the fight. That was funny. Ngamntwini was so frustrated that even though the fight was over, Santos went to hug him. He hugged him, and he punched him in the back a little bit, and Santos pushed him. Now, this is after the fight's over. And now he's now Ngamntwini is being propped up by his corner, telling him to keep his chin up. And not look as frustrated as he did at the end of this fight, because he knows he lost this fight. No head kicks. Come on, guys. My voice. I need to use my voice. I still have my voice. It's a Thursday fight night. I need to have my voice be gone. Fine, I'll throw him one just for good measure. Take him in there! Yeah. Feels good. Oof. Big knee to the ribs. Good pick. That I got smashed. Let's see. Will the judges give a robbery? Likely. But there was no okay fights. I wish they had just both mixed it up a little bit more, but okay. Let's see what Koto Lara Mopa has to say about the score. Yep. As I said, one judge had it 30-27, two judges had it 29-28. Yeah, that seems 100% right if you think about where the judges sit and what they would be seeing. But what's interesting is I wonder if it's the same judge who scored the last fight 30-27 for Ndlovu and then scored this fight 30-27 for Santos. That would be interesting, I wonder. Good to see Sias Duplessis back in the hex. I almost finished him twice, says Santos. To anyone who's watching, if you are interested in everything, this is a complete segue, completely. But I am a podcaster. I do have another channel. If you are interested, it's called Insights with me, Yayobwa. We are on Substack, looking at all things African economics, all things contemporary. Right now, we've got an episode out on the xenophobic violence happening in South Africa. Is it real? Is it not? Is it politics? What's really going on? What do illegal immigrants really mean to an economy? How can you combat illegal immigration? All of that we are talking about on my channel, Insights with Yayobwa on Substack. Please do follow and subscribe to my channel on Substack. And definitely subscribe if you're watching here. If you love MMA, yeah, this is the channel, especially if you love EFC. Daddy, we need to have you on the show. We need to talk to you and have you give us the odds. And yeah, look, pull up Tuesday, recap show. Let's get it, let's go. I'll holler at you on Instagram. To anyone watching, Tuesday we have the recap show for EFC 133. Oh yeah, he wants that money. Only person getting that money is Emerson Pedro. Oh, that head kick. Oh, I'm back on it. Yes. Oh, that. Kuma's cute. the underdog king of picks right now. We are talking Dadley MMA, another underdog. Cash for the Dadley man. Picks and bets are not the same. I like that. Picks and bets are not the same. Because that's very true. I make picks. Picks are not bets. Picks are not bets. Bets make you money. Picks just mean you're right. Okay. Cool. Shout out, Daddy. We will see you on Tuesday. That's the end of the last fight before the co-main event. The fight between Hanru Botha, the bully, and Jew Baba Yaga Yemba. Flip-flopping between EFC and PFL. He's EFC, then he's PFL. He's EFC, then he's PFL. Love it. Man loves to fight. He just came off a win at PFL Africa last month. Now he's back in the Hex to fight again. Now someone from Team CIT. Ooh, you picked Badat to win by sub. Ziko had an outrageous price tag of 4.4. I mean, if Ziko wins, that's money for nothing, right? Money for jam, as they say. But, I mean, Badat to win by sub, most likely. Although, when we saw Ziko get knocked out by Horatius Alonu, that was highly unexpected to get KO'd in that way. And I mean, simply just watching the gorilla get KO'd is kind of scary. It's like, this guy could get knocked out, damn. So anything can happen, especially when you're going up against someone who is as powerful as Zaakir Badat. I mean, this literally is just muscle versus muscle. If this goes into championship rounds, which I doubt, wait, what round do you have Badat winning in? And do you see Ziko winning it, like with that outrageous price tag? Did you pick a round or you just said Ziko to win? Because with all that muscle on both of these men, what happens when you get to round 4? Do they have the legs for 4 rounds? Are they championship rounds material with all that muscle gases? So it'll be interesting to see what happens if there isn't the KO in the first 3 rounds of this fight. To anyone who's watching, if you're watching live or on playback, the earlier fights, we had the first fight of the night, rear naked choke for Siana Pelikazi, followed by a decision from Zeko Martinu, and then decision from Ash Zola. He's now in the winning column after a string of losses. Then Grant Farrow, in his debut against Tumileng Malpilo, got the rear naked choke. Then Musa Bad Musa Tope lost again. He is now on a streak. He's become a can, unfortunately, being kicked down the road tragically. Love Musa Tope, but he's become a can. And he just got crushed by Moses, the son of Egypt. What was the son of Egypt? Mukari. And then the next fight, we had Ayanda Zwane running and beating by split Sizwe Mnikati, seasoned veteran Sizwe Mnikati. Then we had win by Emerson, the coolest kid Pedro, against Usisu Sobende. Not the same, but same side, head kick KO that he lost when he was fighting for the title against Bayes Jacobs. That's Usisu Sobende. I hope he's okay. Medical officials attended to him. Nasty head kick. But congratulations, Emerson Pedro. I got something for you. And then we had Roevan De Beer being bludgeoned, quite frankly, by Godknows and Ndlovu. Well done, Godknows, the general. Honestly, impressed by that. His defense is great. where it comes to where it comes to his submission defense, and he showed it there. And then we just had Brandon Santos beating Lihle and Ngamntwini fairly convincingly, 30-27 and 29-28. And now we're coming up to Hanru Botha versus Baba Yaga. Shout out crossover MMA. Let's go. Shout out crossover MMA. If you do not follow or subscribe to crossover MMA, you better do so. Amazing MMA content every week. Shout out to all the guys, crossover MMA, Making the Walk, the Fight Week Show, Rambling Dad, S Dogs MMA, MMA Normally, all the guys who we stream with. Shout out to all you guys. Do subscribe to their channel. Hell yeah, I'm picking Hamza. What you talking about? Lay and pray wins the fight. Like Daddy MMA said, picks and bets are not the same. I am picking Hamzat. I'm not going to bet on him because, I mean, what money would I make? Because he's definitely going to win. But I'm picking Hamzat. Get out of here. What you talking about, Cross? Shout out Crossover. Dadley in the chat says this fight should be 1.85 both sides, meaning 50-50. But yet World Sports Betting is telling us that if they fight 10 times, Badat wins 9 times. Wait, where'd that go? I lost it. 9 times. I think that's off, even though I favor Badat sub value lies on Ziko. True? Betting Badat at that price only makes sense if he gets it done by domination, but I don't think he's going to dominate Ziko. This is a fair fight between boxer and BJJ specialist. Both Badat and Ziko working hard on their striking and grappling games, respectively. So this is going to be pretty close in my opinion. Okay. Those are very fair points. On the betting side, I agree. Value lies with Ziko. If you're going to get that kind of money and it's a close enough fight, value lies with Ziko. Close fight, I honestly have no idea. They're both finishers, and because they're both finishers, if the fight ends quickly, was it close? Because I don't see this fight going past the second round. Although, like you said, they've both been working on their different aspects of their game, so they could both go through and actually say they get to the third, fourth round and show their pedigree to say, look, this guy's not just going to beat me willy-nilly. But I just don't see that happening. I just see it being a second round finish for one of them. But that gets caught by something nasty. Ziko gets caught by something nasty or submitted. And, when a fight is that short, it's difficult to say it was close. But let's see what happens. It's definitely a very exciting prospect to see these two going up against each other. A former champion versus the current champion. Ziko coming back for his belt. Speaking of which, what happened to the man that beat him? Mark Hume. I haven't heard from Mark Hume in a while. He went out to fight in Canada and he's kind of gone quiet. I don't know what Mark Hume is busy with, and whether he's going to be coming back to the EFC anytime soon, or whether he's plying his trade overseas, whether PFL is going to call him, whether he's going to end up in the UFC, or what's going on. I wonder what's happening with Mark Hume. I think he ended up in Octagon at some point, or Hexagon. No, not Hexagon. Octagon or Cage Warriors. It was Octagon. I think he had a fight in Octagon about a year and a half ago, or 2 years or something. But he's been pretty quiet since then. Yes, at 320 TV6, Brandon Santos won unanimous decision. It was 30-27 and 2 judges scored it 29-28. Daddy says, one thing I will say, and this is an intangible, but that is a real killer. Being a hunter is a different mentality. To actually take a life is a different thing, man. This is true. This is very true. And that's why I call him Badat, the deer dragging, Zaakir, the deer dragging Badat, because I've seen him kill a deer and drag it across a river with one arm. Blew my mind. So yeah, 100%. And yeah, okay, Mark Hume is in the octagon. Okay. I wonder when he's going to fight again soon. But yeah, he's the one who took the belt of Ziko Makengele, and Ziko has come back for his title, for his belt. At 320 says Dadley, and yes, Brandon won. 30, 27, and 29, 28. Here comes Shadrick Yemba fighting out of Apex South with the one and only Tiny Strauss. Tiny, the big man Strauss. Ooh, there's my own best Strauss, Kelly Strauss. Lovely couple, amazing, amazing people those two are. Baba Yaga. You know, this was definitely a fighter who took a loss and a bad loss well. He got head kick KO'd. This was last year. So before Emerson Pedro's head kick, right? This year, 2026, that is the best head kick I've seen. Last year, it was when this guy, Baba Yaga, got KO'd by uh, uh, Sankara, Abdul Razak Sankara at PFL Africa in Johannesburg. And I had a few chats with him after that KO. And honestly, this he's an amazing guy. He took that loss in stride. He said, "Hey man, I know you're gonna post a head. I know you're gonna post this head kick, but just know it's not gonna happen again." And he hasn't let anything stop him since then. So shout out to Baba Yaga, Drew Yemba, Shadrach Yemba. Looking ready. Co-main event. Is he wearing PFL shorts? He's wearing PFL shorts. Well done, Baba Yaga. Put them PFL shorts underneath your fight shorts in the EFC hex. You like it like that. Yeah. Beautiful work. Then again, I wear versus at EFC. It's set to Raw. It's set to Raw. Here comes Hanru Botha. Jeez. Ooh. You know, that's my bad. I've been saying Hanru is fighting out of Team CIT. I was clearly thinking of the wrong person. He looks like Jacob Duplessis, it's kind of crazy. But he's actually not fighting out of Team CIT. I don't know which team this is, but it's the same team that Pikachu fights out of. Albert Stein, who's got, I think, one of the quickest KOs in what division was that? I think it was the was a welterweight, lightweight division, Albert Stein, Pikachu. So yeah, that's the gym that Hanru Botha is fighting out of. It's not Team CIT, which I thought. So which Botha am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of JT Botha. For some reason, my bad. He looks like Jacob Duplessis though. Crazy. Like a smaller version. Much smaller version. The co-main event. Oh, the main event is fast approaching, 9 p.m. Featherweight division. At least there were no catchweight bouts on this card. Usually EFC has a couple of catchweight bouts here and there, but well done to all the fighters for making weight and actually for fighting at a sanctioned weight class. Baba Yaga, 6-1. His only loss was last year, and he said, "I don't care about that. I'm a freaking champion." Shout out to him. Iron Wolf. Okay, so it's okay. They're fighting out of Godfather MMA. Okay, so Hanru Botha fights. He's 8-6. He fights out of Godfather MMA, which is Billy the Kid Westhuizen and Godfrey Nkwanazi. I thought they were in the East, but yeah, he's fighting out of Godfather MMA. Nice. Okay. But and he walked out Albert Stain, so I'm surprised I didn't see uh, Billy the Kid or Godfrey Mkonazi. Why her news lips so dry? Damn, crazy. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. It is time for the co-main event between Hanru Botha and Shadrick Yemba. The Bully versus Baba Yaga. Let's go, Baba Yaga. Oh, slapped him. Come on, someone kick someone in the head. You take a shot. Kick him in the head! Come on, Baba Yaga. Ooh, Baba Yaga just faked or feigned a head kick. Right, head kick. Let's see if we can get one in. Okay, so far Hanru Botha is beating Baba Yaga. He's definitely connecting more, and now he's got a takedown and he's in side control on Baba Yaga. Ooh, he looked like we're about to kiss there. This is definitely bedroom things. Shout out, Miss K. Okay, some good groundwork from Hanru Botha so far. He's holding Baba Yaga down very well, but Baba Yaga is not doing much, doesn't have much of an answer. That was weird. It's like you rolled him onto his back. That's Baba Yaga rolled Botha onto his back because they were standing, Botha had his back, and now he rolled him on. And shout out to Smiley, by the way. Iga Kabesa, he is back after his nasty head injury, December 2024. Hadn't seen him for a while. He's still not back in the hex. I hope he doesn't come back too soon. It's already been a year and a half, so it looks like he's healed up. Hopefully, he'll be able to fight again because you know how much he loves to fight. But shout out, good to see Smiley, Iga Kabesa, the GOAT, doing good work in commentary right now, EFC 133. Now Baba Yaga's turned it around. He's got side control, raining down elbows. Ooh, that was a sneaky knee to the ribs. Let's go, Baba Yaga. Underneath the ribs. Boston side control. This is a really close round. Botha was winning in the first minute, then it was even, and then it was all Baba Yaga. So I don't know how the judges are going to score this. With what I'm seeing right now, I'm scoring it for Baba Yaga by an inch. His ground control time seems to be more effective. I have not seen men doing this position. It's only women I see doing this. He's literally teabagging. Baba Yaga's teabagging Hanru Botha. He's got his nuts all over his face. Like literally, his face is in his ass. I only see this in WMMA, by the way. Women's MMA. Watch any women's MMA fight in UFC. They always end up where one woman's face in the other woman's crotch. Basically a 69. I don't know how they always get to a 69 position. It's weird. Yeah, definitely Baba Yaga first round, smashing him. Now he's going for it's a fake guillotine. He's not actually going to try and guillotine him. There's not enough time left. And that's the first round. Good round. Well done, Baba Yaga. Shadrick drew Yemba. I wonder what advice they've given in the corners there. But we're about to go into the second round. Oh, Hanru Botha looks beaten up. He's all scratched up. He's got a bruise here, bruise here, a bruise here, probably a bruise here from getting teabagged. Kick him in the head! Come on! Kick him in the head! Oh, there's a head kick. Shadrick just kicked him in the head. Oh, and a big knee, and the fight's over. Fight's over. Oh, he smashed him. Let's go, Drew Yemba. Smashed him. Just off the head kick. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out. Cheers to you. Hey, there's Patrick Ocheme. Hey, there's Triple H Chikasa. Oh, the crowd's going wild. All the good ones in the audience tonight. Former champions. Shadrick Yemba, Drew Yemba. Beautiful win. Well won. Scuffed him up in the first round. Beat him up in the first 10 seconds, 30 seconds max of the second round. And there he is shouting out the crowd, Drew Yemba, after this very nice win, honestly. It was a good win. Good win. Hanru Botha was only there for the first, minute of the fight. So what? He's on a 3-fight winning streak now. 7-1. Good record. I think this boy can go far. I think he has one more PFL fight. I don't see why the UFC wouldn't call him up. I don't see why he wouldn't be called up to the big leagues. Heck, even big leagues, PFL. I'm talking PFL, World. Oh, there's the head kick. It was the head kick that did it. Oh, this man wants my money too. It was the head kick that did it. It was the head kick that actually rocked Botha for him to get that knee to the ribs. Oh, that knee. Oh my gosh, that knee must have broken a rib. Because Hanru Botha went straight down after that knee. Bang! You can't see it. Bang! Right there. Good stoppage from the ref. Oh no, it wasn't a stoppage. He tapped out. Botha actually tapped out. He was tapping on the canvas. Okay. It's actually a submission. It's actually a tap out. He tapped out. Wow. That's a KO. That's good work from Shadrick. TKO due to strikes. Baba Yaga. Just call me John Wick because that was really sick. Aren't you guys cold? I heard it's cold out in Joburg. Wearing t-shirts. Having a fat chat with Hanru Botha. And it's about time for that main event. Zaakir, the Deer Dragon Badat versus Ziko, the Gorilla Makengele. Oh, oh. There we have it. Those are your winners on the night so far, and we've got one more fight to go. Baba yeah. Very, very nice speech so far. What club was that? It is time for the main event of the evening. Baba Yaga. Yemba, let's go, baby. Well done. That was a very good win from you. Well done. Oh, the Punisher, Martin van Staden. I gotta hear what he's got to say. So, Martin van Staden, the current EFC lightweight champion, says he'll be ready in August because he dislocated his shoulder 4 weeks, which means last November, 4 weeks before he was supposed to defend against Adrian Sanchez, who's the current interim lightweight champion of the EFC. I wonder if that is going to ever happen because he said if we fight, which is very interesting. Normally, you'd have someone say when we fight. The fact that he said if they fight is very interesting. But shout out Adrian Sanchez, the current lightweight champion interim of the EFC. He's looking forward to unifying that belt. I'm looking forward to seeing Martin back in the hex. Martin, I'm a fan. He looks not his age. He looks nice and young. Martin the Punisher. We eat the same meat. If anyone knows, we go to the same butcher. Shout out Berliner, Sunny Hill. Balls off. Oh yes, up next is the main event, Badat versus Makengele. Oh yeah. If you want to place any bets, you can go to World Sport Betting. That's where you can make all your EFC bets. So far, how am I doing on this card? I missed the Santos fight win. I missed the Godknows and Ndlovu win. So, oh, I'm not doing too well on this card. I'm 6-10 so far, 60%. If I think about it, that's pretty much my win rate on Tapology. You can follow me there if you want to see my picks. But not that's not a good win rate ratio in fighting. Got to be at least 75%. I'm 60. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe this fight will take me up there because then I'll be 7-11 if I get this fight. If I took Badat, Zaakir Badat, the deer dragon Zaakir Badat. Please don't forget to join us on Tuesday. If you're watching on playback, please do watch the recap show. We'll be talking about all the action from EFC 133. I need to look for a framer somewhere in Joburg. I'm framing that head kick. That's for freaking certain. That head kick was just nasty. Eight and two versus 5-2 for the welterweight championship. The only two times Zaakir has lost was when he was fighting out at UAE, when he was 3-0, and when he was 4-1. Those are two times that he lost out in UAE Warriors. Ziko Makengele, the gorilla. Look at that bicep on Zaakir. Jeez. Stop my nonsense. Zaakir the deer dragging Badat. By the way, you can catch us live, catch me live, well, us, I guess, this coming Saturday for UFC 328. I'll be live on S Dog's MMA. He's having his 200th show. So if you're catching this on playback, go ahead. You can switch over, follow S Dog's MMA, subscribe to S Dog's MMA Talk, and catch us there live for AFC 328. Oh, can this fight start already? Ugh. The excitement is palpable. Zaakir Badat. This fight just needs to start. Like, ugh. Give me the itch. I won't lie, it's been a long, what, 2 hours now? Let's watch along. But worth it. I hope there's at least one head kick so I can have another shot. Let's see. Shout out to everyone who's watching. Thank you so much for joining me on this watch along. We're now watching Ziko explaining his career. Now fighting out Team CIT. I wonder who's going to be in this corner. Whether Monet Thissa is going to be there, Drickus, Stefan De La Rey. I don't know who's going to be in this corner for this fight. Yeah, these guys are so intense. The fight's about to start. Proudly brought to you by World Sport Betting. Bet with the best. It is that time. Oh, I love Zico's haircuts. Zico's haircuts are so crazy. Like if I grew hair, why is he crying? Well, I got two members of his corner. Well, one who's wearing a UFC top, so I guess nothing weird about Babayega wearing a PFL pair of shorts. Zico's crying, like he's bawling his eyes out. Jeez, isn't he too emotional for this fight then? I think that's a lot of emotion. Damn, like a lot of emotion. But he's walking out with two of the men I mentioned, Stefan Del Rey and Monet Fisser. But also in his corner is Diego Bandu, who is the current middleweight EFC champion, who smashed my boy Luke Michael in January, in February, beginning of February, out in Cape Town. Smashed my boy Luke Michael. Like he killed him. It was crazy. Like the spotter kick he hit, like just kicked him across the hex. Bang! Just kicked him. Luke went flying. Shit. Damn. But damn, Diego was a scary man. That was such an animus fight week. Like there's just so much animosity running around all over the show. Everyone was like so tense. Such a exciting fight week. That Knox Legacy series was something to watch. Honestly, it was something to behold. I loved watching that one. But now we've got Diego Bambu walking out, his teammate Ziko Makengele, both from the DRC. DRC's got a heck of a legacy of fighters here in the EFC. Like so many good fighters from the DRC in the EFC. And DRC has a very, very, very special place in my heart right now. Congolais, Congola. Congolais. Congo, baby. It's the Congo. If you've never been to the Congo, you should definitely give it a visit. Very nice place. So Zico's haircut, it's like he's cut it here, it's bald here, and it's got like dreads here, and they're partly maroon. Then he's got like a little like dread hanging here, like one dread right there. Wow, it's hanging. Fascinating. He looks bigger than usual. Ziko Makengele. Not as ripped as usual. I don't know how he's training. But, oh god. Excuse me. Here comes champ, Novagen BJJ Academy. Look, based on Zico's corner, he's probably winning this fight. Because at this point, the only person Zach has got is himself. Sure, he's got his literally his brothers all around him, but Zico's got champions fighting out of the world champions gym, the world champion coach in tow. I mean, my only concern is the amount of emotion that he was showing. I hope it doesn't play too much on his mind. And we get to see the fight that Daddy talked about. Because if you weren't watching earlier, Daddy rightfully said that both Badat and Ziko have been working hard on their striking and grappling games respectively. So this is going to be a pretty close fight. I hope it's going to be a close fight. I don't want to see a blowout, honestly. We love to see crazy knockouts, but I want to see a close fight here. I'd enjoy a close fight. Okay, no, it's my TV because even Zach isn't looking as ripped as usual. It's just my TV. My bad. I need that 4K mothers. Not my TV, then it's my decoder. Yeah, cool. Yes, I'm on decoder. So this is gonna be a hell of a fight. 29 versus Ziko's 38. Same age as Roevan. Oh, okay. Same height, same reach. Ziko's 38. What was young man? In the UFC, we'd be starting to talk about him heading towards the end, but Zico's still going strong as heck. This is EFC 133. Kotsa, let's go! I've enjoyed this watch along. Fight time. Ziko, the gorilla. Zaakir Badat. Vickers Wart, referee. Vickers lets it go. They picked the right one for this. Brad lets it go too, Brad block, but I think they picked the right one. Vickers. Yeah, I think Vickers. Brad lets it go though. Brad lets it go. Wasn't Vickers the one who got punched? Yeah, once knocked him out almost. Woo! Ah! Excitement just got me. See Ayanda's on a seated watching the fights as the knocks hydrate models show us their knocks, their knock crews. That was a terrible joke. Apologize to anyone who actually heard it, but unfortunately, I don't think anyone's watching, so great. If you're watching, say something. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, both men taking it tentatively. No one's moving too quick, but that's got some crazy lats. His lats are mad, like Ziko's chest is like, boom. Low kicks are the only strikes so far. They're both gauging range, seeing how far their opponent is. Lots of feints from Badat. A couple of low kicks and low kick attempts from Makengele and Badat. But they both just checking their range, throwing leg kicks, but nothing's really landed significantly so far, even the leg kicks. Ooh, ooh, big body kick from Ziko. Sheesh. He faked, took a step, hit it. That was beautiful work. Can't do that! Let's go, Zach. And here's a shot because every head kick, I take a shot. Teep from Badat, leg kick from Ziko. So Ziko's working the leg kick. So he's trying to chop the wood, immobilize Badat, so that when he gets into the second round, third round, kick him in the head! That one didn't connect. It was blocked. I'm not taking double shot for that one. Ooh! But that's another head kick. It's like you heard me. Ooh. Ooh. They're literally kicking each other. Like no one's gonna punch. Just kick so far. So no one is bothering with anything close to a firefight here. They are testing each other out. They're making sure they know what they signed up for. Just these guys' backs, man. The backs on these guys is crazy. But they're both just kicking. No one's thrown a punch yet. An actual punch. It's all been range finding punches. It's not even punches. It's just been range finding so far. And kicks. Lots of kicks. Body kicks. Teeps. Leg kicks. High kicks. Kicks. Fascinating that they're fighting practically the same fight. But that changes to southpaw now. Ooh. Sheesh. Yo. Every time one of them throws a strike, a kick very specifically, you can practically feel the power swishing past his opponent and going into the crowd, like watching Naruto or some crazy thing. And it's cool. Oh! First punch is thrown by Ziko land. They connect, but that got rocked there. Diego Bandu telling him to calm down, but that goes for the takedown. Ziko stuffs it. Ooh, this is bad news for Badat. Throws a big knee, catches Ziko with the left, but not hard enough to do anything. So Ziko stuffed the takedown from Badat, which is some very good news for him. Yo, Ziko's smashing him, eh? Yo, Ziko's. Ooh. Now it's a firefight. Now they're striking. They're hitting each other. But that's the one who looks like he might be hurt. Oh! Ziko fucking first round! Oh no. I even threw my hat. The referee was stopping him for the round. I thought it was a knockout. I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. I was watching the fight so closely. I wasn't paying attention to the clock. It's not a knockout. Sorry. That was it's the end of the first round. End of the first round, not a knockout. I thought it was a knockout. Damn. Mad things, you know. Bang. That got caught though. Zigo was smashing him there in the corner. He got in two punches after the hooter sounded. Caught with that on the chin. The power. The power from Ziko Makengele. Oh snap! I didn't see all these comments, Daddy. Sorry, my thing wasn't moving. Oh, okay, you just got back. Round's almost over. No domination. Just proves my point. The odds being wrong as fuck. Okay, yeah, but it's not over, fam. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. Let's see what happens. Second round. Because, yeah, it's close. You're right. It's close. Yeah, but that's getting smashed. Yo, but that's about to die. But that is dying. He's dying. Hey, hey, they're beating him. They're beating him. Oh, pick me up the middle. Oh, but that's being smashed. But that, you gotta strike, bro. Do something. His fight's over. Oh, okay, but that's covering up very well. But Zico is smashing him. Whoa, whoa. Yo, but that's being smashed. I was so wrong. Zico smashing him. Zico is smashing Zaakir Badat. It looks like he's about to. If well, look, we know how these fights go. You know, you need to get through the rounds because there's a chance that all this striking could tire Zico out. We don't know, but Zakir's being smashed. I don't know, man. They're on the ground now. I'm not even. They're on the ground now. Zakir's holding on for dear life right now. He's holding Zico tight because Zico is just smashing him. I don't think Zakir's thrown a meaningful punch in I don't know how long. He's trying to go from an armbar, but Zico's like, nah, nah, fam. Now Zakir's on his back looking all scared, to be honest. Like, right now, he looks a bit scared. His eyes are wide open, looking like he's been beaten. Now he's back to his feet. Zico just looking at him like he's like some real meat. Oh, Zakir caught Zico, but oh, oh, yo, Zico, what happened, bro? You're winning. Get up, Zico. Get up, Zico. Get up, Zico. Stop, Zico. No, freaking hell. Zico, what the hell, man? Don't get me wrong, my pick won, but come on, Zico. You were doing it, Zico. Zico. I wanted to see you guys go 3, 4 rounds. Congratulations, Zakir. And I picked you. I'm happy, but Zico, come on. Oh, wow, what a fight. Oh, what a fight. Damn, what a fight. Why is my cupboard open? Where my head at? What a fight. Oh my goodness. I said it. I didn't think they were going to make it out past the second round. I didn't think they were going to make it out past the second round. You got smashed, Zakir. They beat you. I know you're probably playing time waiting for Zico to get tired. I get it, maybe, but no, man. What? I knew it was going to be a violent fight. But Zico, what happened? You were smashing this guy. I was waiting for you to win, dog. You were smashing him, man. Where did it go wrong? Because Zach was just covering up. I think he was just biding his time. He was properly covered up. Zico dropped his hands. He got caught by left, right. Dropped his hands. And then Zakir was just pounding him and he was just unanswered. And he wasn't moving. Ref had to stop it. Zico wasn't moving. One, two. Ooh, left cross uppercut to ground and pound. Mm. 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 And the flip from Badat. He couldn't stick it because he got beat. But he still got the flip in. Come on, Zico, not like that. Oh. Shout out, Daddy. Look, you lost this one. I know I had this, but I can't even speak right now. Koto, and you what? Koto's like, and you nah, bro, it's and still. Well done, Zaakir Badat. Well done. But you got smashed, fam. Like, then again, the gorilla is the biggest, scariest monster he's probably going to face. Good fight from Ziko in the first round. He was very tempered. He fought well. Oh my goodness. What a scrap, Daddy. What a freaking scrap, man. Yeah, no, they put it down. That was a good fight. Main event of the year so far. I agree. That was a good main event. Um, I mean, I was jumping, literally jumping out my seat. I was jumping out my seat because it was back and forth. 1 minute. And I gotta hear what he's saying because what a scrap. What an look. I agree, Dadley. Dadley, like you said, main event of the year. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. The only other fight this year so far that's been close to this good, Faiz Jacobs. That fight from Faiz Jacobs and Jesus' name is completely escaped me now, but Faiz Jacobs retaining his bantamweight title, that was a fight. This was a fight. Ziko Makengele. Well, shout out to Ziko Makengele. Shout out to Zaakir Badat. Gentlemen, thank you so much for what was an amazing 2 round welterweight championship fight. I'm definitely looking to see Zaakir Badat defend his title again. Ziko's fight was so intense that the little dread on the back got ripped off, even. Um, yeah, wow. Okay, well, that is EFC 133. What an event. What a main event. What a card. Thank you, everyone who has joined me on the stream, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on playback. Salute to you. Please join us on the next stream. We're doing a live watch along for UFC 328 this coming weekend. That is Hamza Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Woohoo! For the middleweight championship of the world. That's going to be a fun fight to watch. I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm looking forward to that card. Tatsuro Taira is looking to claim gold from Joshua Van, who defends for the first time for the flyweight title in the UFC. So looking forward to this weekend's card. We will be doing a live watch along. We'll be on S Dog's MMA Talk for his 200th show. Shout out S Dog's MMA for making it 200 episodes in. Big ups to you. And looking forward to our recap show for EFC 133 this coming Tuesday, 10 p.m. You can catch us live here on Kick 'em in the Head. Quick recap. Nope, I think I did that enough. We'll recap on Tuesday. To anyone watching, like, follow, subscribe, comment, talk to me, talk to us. Let's engage. It's all about MMA. Until next time, don't forget to kick 'em in the head!